5 minutes late.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Wednesdays are flexible start time, apparently, Brad. But we are here. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I don't have to host tonight. So go ahead, Brad.
Hello, everybody. We are back for Curse of Strahd. Let's see here. Since we missed last week, so a quick recap. You guys came to the Blood of the Vine Tavern, during which you guys had some food and drink. You guys met some of the occupants or the occupants, I should say, of the tavern. You guys met Eric, or Arik, however you want to pronounce that, the bartender. You also some of y'all met. I think it was just Filian who actually met them. Alenka, Maribel, and Sorvia. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Filian's the only one that met them. And everybody, I believe, met Ismar. And we left off with the crew. Looks like they were laying down for the evening, and they had an agreement about midday to meet up with Ismark. Um, Excuse me one second. Sorry, dog is back mouthing me right now. Yeah, so you guys had a lunch date set up with Ismark, or at least Josie did.
Yes.
But yeah, just want to make sure real quick, everybody double check everything real quick. Y'all should have gotten a long rest. If I haven't given it to you.
Yep.
Okay. Really quickly, everybody make a quick perception check for the evening.
Is this hearing or smell based? Or can it be?
I would say it could be hearing base.
Okay. Because of my chosen subclass, I get advantage on hearing or smell based perception checks from now on. And I still rolled lower than a 10.
Look at that.
Okay. So let me see here. Pan and Krusk. You guys. So you other three. Let me see here. Hold on. 2 seconds. A little bit off. Here we go. All right. So I will get to you other three here in a minute. But Krusk and Pan, when you guys wake up in the morning, you hear a at the window. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not.
Like a tapping?
Like a little tapping at the window.
Or like a thud, like a bird hit the window.
No, more of like a tapping.
Okay.
Me and Krusk heard it?
Yes.
I'm gonna look. Are we both sleeping on the same bed, Krusk, or are you like on the floor there? I can't tell.
No, we're actually no. Let's rewind for a minute. This was morning. Because you fell
You're muted.
asleep. You fell asleep when I brought you upstairs in your panic state. I crawled into bed next to you because, damn it, I paid for this room. And I remember at the end of the session, you had just woken up and looked at me laying next to you, face to face, with drool coming out of my mouth because I was sleeping hard.
That would be correct. So as you see Krusk doing that, that's when you hear the tapping.
Um,
Logan.
is it the window to the north or to the west?
Dealer's choice.
I guess since we both heard it, I'm gonna assume it's the west, which is probably furthest from everyone, and that's why they didn't hear it.
Yeah, so we'll go with that one.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to scamper over Krusk, probably stepping on several vulnerable spots like kids do as they crawl over adults. And run up to the window to look out.
Okay. You look out, and there is a raven sitting on the windowsill with something in its mouth.
I am going to throw the windows wide open, and I am going to grab that raven in a hug like I'm that big furry bug bunny monster, and I am going to start calling him George.
I'm gonna grunt a little bit. What is that? Your friend?
It is now.
Well, why don't you make me a dex check real quick? Let's see if you can grab this bird. So you throw the windows open and immediately try to grab this bird, and it like start flapping its wings, like you see like the crazy bird kind of thing doing as it moves away from you. You are not able to catch it. However, it flies past you into the room and lands on the desk right there.
Um, I'm gonna get up. Do I notice that piece of paper in its mouth? Isn't that what you said? There's paper in its
You
mouth.
notice something in its mouth. Neither of
Something
you
in its
have
mouth.
asked me what it was.
Oh,
But
what
you
is
said
it?
it was a note.
No, I said something.
Here's a perception check to see if I can
It's a
figure out
note.
what's in its mouth. It's a note. Okay. So I'm gonna sit up at the edge of my bed and go. There's a note in his mouth. Uh. Hey, drop that.
It drops it and caws at you.
Good bird.
It kind of
I'll,
gives you the head tilt as it's
I,
looking at
I,
you.
I look at Pan and go, it's dropped a note. You pick it up. You're closer.
You pick up the note.
Did the bird drop it and leave?
No, it dropped it on the table, and it right now it's standing there like it's like looking at you guys, like doing the whole bird head tilt kind of thing.
Okay, I am gonna walk up to him, and I am going to slowly reach out to try to pet it.
Don't go too fast. It'll vanish.
To pet it.
Yep. Like
Okay.
stroke its silky feathers on its head. Very
Uh,
slowly and gently, non-threateningly as possible.
you go to pet this bird. It kind of like tilts its head down a little bit. And just as your hand is about to touch it, it looks up at you real quick and lets out a caw. And then
That in no way causes me to pause my attempt to pet it.
then it allows you to pet it.
I have absolutely no interest in the note. I have a new friend. I'm feeding him little bits of bread and crackers and stuff, just whatever food I have.
All right. Crust will grunt, stand up, bend over, pick up the note.
Okay. I will get back to you in just a second as to what that note reads. You other guys, nothing happened. It's morning time. You guys are beginning to wake up. Anything you guys want to do? Other guys meaning Philly and Harper and Josie. Sorry.
I'm gonna go down and eat.
Okay. You go downstairs. They have just the basic foods. Kind of similar to what you had the evening prior. I think we said it was like 3 copper for food. I think is
Yeah.
what I said last time.
Okay,
Just
I'll take
go
that.
ahead and mark off some copper for yourself.
I don't have copper. I have silver or gold.
Okay.
It can be broke down.
Yeah, hold on. I'll break it down
What-
for you.
One gold is 10 silver.
There you go.
One silver is 10 copper.
Okay, perfect. Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
You're
Make it
welcome.
easy.
You other two doing anything?
I feel like Harper's gonna sleep in. Or maybe not sleep, but at least stay in bed and chill.
Okay. Fillion?
You're muted, Katie. Nothing.
If you're not muted, we can't hear you at all.
Nothing. Nope. No.
Uh-oh. Do we need to take a sec, Katie, and come back to you? No? Okay. Oh, I see that someone is typing a message. Okay. Josie, can you see the message in chat?
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and just buy her a meal. The same thing I'm eating.
Okay. Go ahead and mark that off then.
Yeah.
For them.
Okay, got it.
I still don't know if we've ever established if Fillion's a guy or a gal. Hell, we don't even know much about Fillion.
We don't know that. I don't know that.
Okay.
We know Fillion is tiny but fierce.
You both would notice the same characters down there. I will pull up the map here. Hold on. And you guys can move your characters wherever you would like. Give me a second.
There you go. No?
Boom. Perfect.
Nope.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys would notice the same characters. Katie, the 3 that you spoke to the night before, I think when nobody else is around, are still sitting at the same table.
Can you share the lower level map, Brad?
I sure can. There you go.
Thank you.
I'm gonna whisper to Fillion. These people are still.
It's their tavern. They're allowed to be here.
But they're weird.
I'm just gonna shrug and like look at myself. Like
Whatever, man.
we're all weird here.
All right. Are you guys doing anything else while you're down there?
I'm just gonna eat and chill for a bit. I'm here.
shoving extra food in my pockets.
We will go back up to actually. I will tell you what, Katie, make a sleight of hand check. See if you can grab some food.
Grab some food from my own plate.
Oh, never mind. That's right, your own plate. Never mind.
Well, I don't drop
Sorry.
it on the floor, maybe.
Yeah, there we go. You sneakily slide your own plate of food into your own pockets.
Just laughs at me.
We will go up to the two up top. Who grabbed the litter?
I did.
Okay. Are you doing anything with it?
Kind of look it over real quick.
What you see in your hand is a rolled up piece of parchment with just a thin, not very special looking piece of string that is wrapped around it, keeping it rolled up.
Okay. Untie the string and
Okay. Are you opening it up?
yes, sir.
Okay. As you go and open up this note, the raven that Pan is playing with paws at Pan again and flies out the window.
Aww.
I will send you a quick whisper, and you can do with it what you will.
If it's a winning lottery ticket, I'm gonna put it in my pouch and not tell nobody.
That's all it says.
Oh. Okay. Your friend leave?
He did.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. You feel better this morning?
I think so. I made a
Okay.
new friend. That helps.
Okay. Well, should we go downstairs, grab some breakfast, see if everybody else is up?
Sure.
All right. Let's go. And
You want me to put
I'm
you on
head-
the downstairs map?
yeah, that'll work too.
Okay. Pan, are you going with him?
Yes.
Okay.
If I come downstairs and you two are eating your food at the stairs, I'm gonna look at you funny.
I'm eating my food wherever Josie gave it to me. It might be on the stairs, just like sitting there.
Yeah, we're both kind of sitting at the stairs, just chilling.
The table's broken? The table's not work?
I'm gonna look at you quizzically, like, they look fine. Why are you asking me? I don't know this place.
I don't know. I mean, y'all got food, and you're standing at the stairs.
I'm not standing. I'm sitting.
Seems
Oh.
fun to me. I have a better vision of the place.
I mean, that's true. Back in the corner.
I'm gonna walk up to the barkeep. Morning. Hey, little buddy, you hungry? And I look over at Pan.
I'm gonna give him a thumbs up.
Okay, I need 2 plates of whatever you're serving for breakfast.
Art grumbles and goes over, grabs 2 plates, fills it up with the food, brings it back over, tells you it'll be 6 copper.
All right, I already took it off the sheet. Thank you.
He hands the food to you, kind of grumbles, grunts, whatever you want to consider it, and goes over here away from you and starts cleaning glasses again.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the table where Pan is and set a plate down. And as I pass, I look at the 3 ladies and Morning.
They kind of look at you side-eye and go back to doing what they were doing at the table. Which would be pretty much eating maybe some low talk. Not really much going on with them. Every once in a while, you'll see them kind of look over at you, kind of side-eyed, kind of like,
I'm gonna nudge Pan. Hey, Pan, Pan, Pan,
What?
buddy.
Huh? Yeah.
I think those women over there like you, bud. They keep looking at us.
You don't think they want to eat me, do you?
I don't know. I just kind of thought they thought you were cute or something. I don't know. Maybe. You want me to ask? I'll ask.
No. He turns beet red. It's no. That this would be a mystery we'll
Okay.
leave unsolved.
Okay.
all right. So, I mean, you guys finish up your food. Harper, it's probably
I
not
moved
early
my
mor-
token a couple minutes ago.
Oh, I just checked it like a second ago. Oh, are you going downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I would go downstairs and ruffle Fillion's hair from over the hood as I walk past it. And get myself food and then join Krusk and Pan.
Make a perception check as you ruffle Lillian's hair.
Smell or hearing?
What's that?
Is it smell or hearing based?
No, neither.
Number 8.
With an 8, you notice that there is or what you think might be a very small section of Fillion's hair, not like missing, but like, you ever seen like the toddlers when they get a hold of a pair of scissors and like cut their hair?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And you can like tell where the patches are missing, kind of thing.
Yep.
Is there something I need to know?
That's
No,
what it
it's
appears like to
fine.
you.
I'm a really great.
Knowing what I know about Fillion, I'm not going to respond and just get my breakfast and join Krusk and Pan.
Fillion, keep in mind what I just told Harper, you know nothing about.
Okay. I'm a great barber. That's all I know.
When I sit down, do I notice the 3 like looking at us?
Yeah, you would. I'm not even going to make you roll a perception for it because it's not a super difficult. Let me get you on the map.
Not been a part of any of the downstairs activities that took place last night. I'm gonna look at them and then look at Cross and go, "Fuck's those bitches' problems."
I don't know. I think they like Pan. Pan thinks they want to eat him, but he said I can't ask. So, above table, I think I remember being part of finding out that they were the owners. Was I?
I don't believe you were there for that conversation. I think Fillion was the only one that had that conversation. However, I cannot remember if Fillion
Okay.
might have mentioned that.
Let's just let's just highlight this portion of what I'm about to say. If I was privy to that knowledge, I would pass it on. If I wasn't, I did not.
Okay. I will say, for the sake of argument, Fillion, do you think you would have relayed that information to Krusk the evening before?
About the ladies?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I said anything. That was just sort of a.
I think the only thing that was brought up at all was that Josie has the meeting at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, Josie knows now because I just told her that they own the tavern.
Okay.
But
So Krusk, you know nothing about those three.
Okay, then I would not say anything about those three other than maybe that they were here last night. I remember that much.
Okay. I'm going to passively keep an eye on them throughout everything we do because I
Okay.
know nothing.
Not. Wait, hold on. Repeat that last part.
Well, I know apps. I don't know. I was upstairs all the last episode. Last time we
Yes,
played.
because the
So-
the interaction that happened with them
Yeah, so
was in the evening time.
So I don't know anything other than they're giving us weird looks right now. So I'm just going to, with my passive perception of 11, keep an eye on them out of the corner of my eye.
Okay. I will tell you what. Make an insight check.
Dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, you get the impression, based on your travels, that they're not looking at you funny. This is a look that you've gotten in the past when you've shown up to places where people are not familiar with who you are. You're like the new kid on the block.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
I'll just still keep an eye on them and scarf down my breakfast because I'm fucking starving.
Okay. It's 3 copper in case I'm sure you probably already marked it off for that.
I already marked it.
Okay. So you guys eat your breakfast. Nothing of note really happens. The only thing that you guys do notice is that nobody is coming and going from the tavern.
Okay. Well, once Harper finishes his food, so I was gonna wait till we're all here, but I guess the majority of us are here. Pan
Oh,
made a new
hold-
friend this morning.
Hold that thought. Fillion. And I'll wave at you to come over to the table.
I'll scamper over, shoving the last of my food.
You too,
In my
Josie,
pockets.
if you don't mind.
Ah, let's get. So,
Okay. I will approve your moves in 2 seconds. But they're both
Okay.
at the table.
Okay, so once I get to the table, I reiterate. Pan made a new friend this morning, and his friend left this, and I set the note out on the table, open, if it rolled itself back up for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I don't know if you remember, like in school, if you ever rolled up a piece of paper, you had to open it and it kind of like rolled back up, but it's not like very difficult to reopen it or anything.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping, assuming that it might roll itself back up, so I would, spread it out so everybody could see.
So you spread it out on the table. Do you want to share what it says, or you want me to tell them?
No, it's fine. It says, "Fine, Madam Eva, EVA."
Well,
I don't
looks
know,
like
Pan-
things just
Pan-
turned
Pan-
for the better. The last time I found a madam, it was a pretty good time.
I'm gonna
So,
look at
yeah.
him and roll my eyes.
I'm gonna climb up on the table to see it closer.
So I don't know. His friend just did a lot of cawing. He didn't really say anything. He's a crow, so
He was a raven.
Oh, sorry, Raven. Yeah.
And he
Well,
was very
Blackbird.
handsome and friendly.
Eh.
I named
And
him
he left
George.
us this. So I don't know what you want to do.
Has anybody ever heard of Madame Ava before?
No.
No. In your group, no.
I will
Nope.
just kind of lean back in my chair to see around Fillion and holler over to the barkeep. Hey, barkeep, you ever heard of a Madame Eva before? Eva, something like that.
That's Eric.
He works all the time.
He does.
Eric grumbles at you and is like kind of just like stares forward. I know my camera's not on right now, but he just stares forward and he's just like in his own world, just cleaning his glass. For whoever would like,
How come that man looks like he's a candle that got left out in the sun for too long?
if only you would have asked the right questions during the last night's conversations, you might know. Until next time.
I got his name.
For those who would like, make a perception check.
For the Candleman or for the question?
Just in general.
Okay.
Holy shit, that's a lot of dice.
Oh, man.
I keep forgetting when you put it down on the bar there, you only have to click it once instead of twice like you do on the character sheet.
Damn. It's like perception check. Yeah. Okay. So Pan, Fillion, and Harper, this doesn't apply to you even with your passive. So only Fillion and Pan. When Krusk yells out the name Madame Ava, you would
That'd
see
be
Harper yelled
that
it.
was Harper.
or Harper, whoever yelled it. Sorry, I thought it was Krusk. When Harper yells that, seeing as Harper was looking at the barkeep, not really paying attention to the other three, you would notice that the other three all of a sudden kind of like leaned in and started whispering to each other. Low enough that you're not able to hear or make out what's going on, but you could definitely tell that when that name came up, they acted differently.
You said I
I'm gonna-
noticed that.
Yeah, Fillion and Pan.
I'm gonna go back over to my friends since we're well acquainted.
Okay.
Do you know Ava? Eva?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Do you know Ava? Miss Alenka?
Which one are you talking to? Alenka?
Yeah, but I probably look at the wrong one because I don't remember who said it was.
So Mirabelle from across the table would look at you and say, "What do you want with Ava?"
I don't know. We're supposed to find her?
Why?
I don't know. Some bird told us to.
You and your friends are quite odd. We've never seen you around. You come in here all beaten and battered. And then the next morning you come down here asking for Ava, saying that a bird told you so.
He was a very nice bird.
Look over at Pan and nod because I believe that he probably was. I like birds.
Very silky and soft. It was like petting a cloud.
I'm just gonna like, see?
And he looked tasty too.
You wouldn't eat my friend.
I didn't say I would or wouldn't. I just said he looked tasty.
start scooting my chair away from him.
It's just a compliment.
So they would look at you. Mirabelle would look at you, Fillion, and say, "If you want to find Madame Eva, you need to go here." And she gives you the name of the place that you need to go to find Madame Eva. You'll have to give me a second because I'll have to look up exactly the name of the place that she gives you. But you do know where you're supposed to go, or at least the name.
Is it in Barovia here in the village?
It is, well, I cannot answer that question. You guys will have to find out.
Okay.
Sorry,
I'm
that
going
was
to-
an above table question based on the information you don't have readily in front of you.
The only information that they are giving to Fillion is the name of the place of where Fillion can allegedly find someone by the name of Madame Eva.
I'm going
We
to
hear
say thank you, and I'm going to repeat the name to myself as I walk. As I walk back to the table.
Okay.
Is it
Um,
is
I'm
it
gonna
loud
wave
enough
over
for
to
us
the
to hear?
ladies and say thank you.
Whoa, hold on. I got too many people
Sorry.
talking. Jeremy, what did
Go
you
ahead.
say? Because I think yours was just a role play.
Oh, I looked over at the ladies and I waved at them and said thank you.
They nod to you and go back about their business.
I asked if it was loud enough for us to hear.
Um,
We're 10 feet away.
you are 10 feet away. There's nobody really in there. Yeah, I would say that it wouldn't be too hard for you guys to hear the name.
Okay, well if I heard it, I would definitely speak up and go, where's that?
They will give you the name of the place that they gave to Fillion. Above table, I am looking it up right now.
Okay, that's
Um,
I know you're looking it up, but yeah, no, I would definitely if they know where we're supposed to go.
yes.
I'm hoping they could tell us where that place is. Obviously, we're not from around here, so
So is that an above table question or is that
that
a in-game question?
no, that's an in-game question.
Um, so they would be like, it's over at the Desert Bull. You'll find an encampment of the Vistani over there. Go ask for Madame Eva. Now go.
I look at Josie. Didn't you say you were supposed to meet a friend here today?
Yes.
When's that?
At lunch.
Oh, this is
You're about
this is
mid-morning right now. So
Lunchtime.
Well,
above table,
what are we
I
gonna?
consider lunch to be about noon.
So do I.
Okay. So just so we're all clear and on the same page. Because I know there's some weird people
Yeah.
out there that take lunch at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, no. Noon.
About
Noon to 2
10:30
o'clock.
for me.
I take mine from at 11.
You're weird. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, 11's a little bit more reasonable, I would say.
Well,
No,
I
but
just
thank
do
you
that.
how
Yeah.
we woke up mid-morning. Well, did I wake up? I woke up like at 8-ish.
Yeah, so it's like maybe 9. We'll go with like 9, in between 9:30 and 10. Because
Okay.
Harper said he slept in a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Okay.
be
Well,
most likely at noon.
I'm sorry, Pam, I didn't catch that.
Sorry. I will be meeting him at noon, most likely.
Yes.
I mean,
So
we don't even
that's
set times.
up.
He just said we'll meet here, so I don't even know what time lunchtime is for him.
A good question.
Yeah, we didn't say a time. We just said agreed to have lunch.
What would you guys like to do?
Press is gonna say, well, I mean, I know we need to go find this madam, and we were hunting evil things in town or whatever, but we only got we only got a little while, I think, till lunch. Hey Eric, when do you serve lunch?
Eric, uh, he just kind of ignores you and is cleaning his glass. Make a either perception or insight check.
I don't think he likes you.
22.
Chris, can you? The one thing you notice off the bat is that it's very obvious that he's not paying attention to you and has no interest in paying attention to you at the moment. The with a 22, you kind of get the impression that there's just not a whole lot there. Not that he's dumb or stupid, but like
Simple.
no, not even simple. It's just more of like
Minding his own business?
I don't want to use the word lifeless, but for the lack of better term, that's the word I'm going to use for the moment.
Zombie-esque?
Zombie-esque, yeah, that'd be another word you could use to describe him. Like that person that has just constantly been like worked to the bone kind of thing is just like toned out to the world. Just there's no life, there's no excitement, there's no pizzazz to him.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I would,
You might even say soulless, for lack of a better term.
Diabetes got him down.
Diabetes.
Okay, well, I'd say we just wait. Then
Josie's gonna walk up to Eric and ask him, like, "Hey, Eric, what time does lunch begin?"
Are you standing right in front of him?
Yes.
He just kind of moves to the side, completely ignores you, and just keeps cleaning the glasses.
Okay, thank you. And I'm gonna go back to the table.
I'm gonna prop my feet up on the table and then reach into my pouch. I'm gonna pull out a black wooden pipe, pinch of tobacco.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say
And-
$5. I'm trying to tip him.
And start using my pipe.
Like smoking?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna give it to Eric so he can chill. Okay, never mind.
As soon as you put your feet on the table,
Okay.
you hear, "Get your feet off the table!" Coming from the group.
Josie's gonna say, "Oh look, he talks."
No. Coming from
Oh,
these
never
two.
mind. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, oops.
Oh, sorry. I put my feet. Well, there's an empty chair there. I'll slide its chair over, put my feet up on that.
You see the three of them are just shaking their heads, and if you want, you can, whoever would like at that table. Philly, and I'll get to your movement. Are you doing that movement as this is all going?
Yeah, I'm going outside. I'm gonna go sit outside.
Okay. So as you pass by, you let me see here.
Like
You would hear
a second after Fillion gets up to leave, I'm gonna follow.
okay. Billion, with your passive perception, along with Harper, you would hear as you go by. You would hear Sorbia say under her breath, "These heathens," as you walk out.
What'd she say?
I'd giggle and nod as I walk by.
Okay. You three at the table, if you would like to hear or see if you heard what she said under her breath, you can make a perception check.
Yes, I think I will.
I like rolling dice. I don't know about you guys, but I like rolling dice.
Yeah, of course. That's the whole point.
Shiny math rocks are great.
Right?
Um,
Josie, you were the only one who hears this.
I. Okay.
Prescott, I'm tracking. I was kind of leaving that up to you.
I'm gonna whisper to Crust and Pan. Let's go. Let's go outside for a little bit. Crust, let's have some of that outside, buddy. Come on, so you can smoke.
Okay.
Josie and Pan, make a perception check as you look at Crust. Well, they definitely see it, Crust.
You guys will notice as I'm puffing on that pipe that as the smoke rolls up, it forms little skull.
Billion investigation check.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. While I'm outside too, I'm gonna get my bird cage out and see if Ari wants to do anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna feed my mouse. Almost forgot about that.
I'm taking care of my pet already.
Okay, hold on.
I say jokingly because I don't have a pet.
So, Josie, you
yeah,
said you were going outside to meet up with them, right?
Yes.
Okay. What were you going to say, mate?
They're gonna say, Harper, you don't have a saddle, do you?
No. God.
Kruskin Pan, are you Philly? And I'm tracking. I'll answer that in just a question, or in just a second. Kruskin Pan, are you following Josie outside?
Yes.
I am.
Okay.
Oh, we're still on the map. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and move your tokens.
If we're going outside, then
So for the sake of gameplay, I'm going to keep you on this map until you tell me you go somewhere or do something other than be at this place. If that makes sense. If that's the case, we will go back to the village map and we can kind of go from there.
Well, we're meeting the guy here, so I think we're staying here until that happens.
Correct. So it's about 10 o'clock. So you got about 2 hours to kill.
Okay.
Harper.
Okay. Hold on. Or you guys go ahead and have your conversation.
How much time did we have from when me and Filian got out here till everyone else came out? Because I wanted to do something, as you can see in the whispers, that had to happen before they came out, if there was time for it.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm answering Filian's question right now.
When the
All
time
secrets.
comes, I gave you a move. I'm gonna move over to that spot. Just sit down on the ground and prop myself up against the wall. Go back to
Okay.
relaxing. I spent a couple days in a cage. I'm down for some relaxing.
Some wide open spaces.
Yeah,
You still
right.
you still have your pipe in your hand at this point?
Yeah,
Mind if I take a little?
I'm using up all that tobacco. I don't care. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a nice long drag off of it and hand it back. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So
Uh, so
So,
you guys, I don't know, do you want them to roll perception checks for that?
yeah, I'll have them do that in a second. Katie, to clarify, because I'm not fully aware of Filian and everything, we've kind of kept that a little bit of a mystery as we kind of go. At least Filian's looks. What I told you would apply outside of what you normally notice about yourself.
okay. Gotcha.
To be clear. Um, but yes, if you both would make a perception check as Krusk goes to light up his pipe. Harper, you definitely notice.
What does it do again, Mike?
So when the smoke rolls out of the pipe, the puffs of smoke form a skull.
Holding the drag, I'll be like, "It's fucking awesome."
Filian, I see a couple of whispers going on. Are you trying to do that in front of everybody else?
No. Only if
It
there
would-
was time before everybody came out.
Okay. I'm going to say that part of that occurs at least when a couple people are out there. So I would say at a minimum, Josie.
Then I would hurriedly pull my hood back up
Okay.
when
So
she
that
comes.
part is fine. I'm more of talking about the whispers. Is what I'm talking about.
Oh, that all kind of happens before the hood goes down.
Oh, okay.
In the moment that the hood was down, what do I notice though?
Exactly what I described to you previously.
Just that
Outside,
that a patch of hair is missing.
yes. Outside of that, if Katie has shared anything about the looks of Filian,
I Harper probably knows.
then those would apply. But you would notice that this is not. Well, let me ask this then, real quick. Filian, how often does Harper see you without your hood on?
Not around people.
Okay.
Like when it's just us in the room,
Yeah.
maybe.
So
Yeah.
I guess what I'm asking is that like every day he sees you, even if it's for a small amount of time.
It hasn't.
Every...
It hasn't been every day because there haven't been. I think
not,
last time.
Not in the last like 4 or 5 days, because that's how long
Yeah.
it's been since we got to the murder house. But
totally fine. But prior to that,
at least once a day, probably.
I was going
Probably.
to say I'm trying to establish his familiarity with your looks, to help kind of try to make that make sense.
Yeah, I would say normally.
Familiar enough to know if something's off.
Okay. So then, yes, you would know that that is off.
Okay, but she's
If
not
that makes sense.
hurt.
No.
Okay.
At least not that you're aware.
Oh, as everybody would come out, I'd throw your hood back up real quick and be like, well, at least you're not hurt.
Yeah. I don't feel hurt.
And then all that other
All right.
stuff happened. Pan, I think you had said my name. Can I do it for you a little bit?
How come you're not still adorable?
Well, that's the thing about curses is they have restrictions and limitations, and it doesn't last very long, and it's extremely draining, so I can't do it very often.
You mean somebody cursed you so you can't be adorable like that all the time?
Well, no, I put the curse on myself, but in order to twist the curse so that we maintain control, me and my order, we had to cut some of it out. So it can usually keep it for. I'm looking above table. I think it's like an hour. I actually don't know how long it lasts. Yeah, 1 hour. I can only hold the form for about an hour before it drains me too much. And I typically only have the energy to do it about once a day. So I can't do it all the time, unfortunately.
Anna's gonna pat him on the hand. Don't worry, buddy. Someday you'll be adorable all the time.
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. 1 second, guys.
Man, is it lunch yet? I'm starving.
Pull some food out of my pocket and hold it out.
That was
Hold on.
an
Before that
above-table
comment's made.
That wasn't an in-game comment, Brad.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to pause for a second because there's something that's going on. I'm just looking.
You have pocket rolls?
Yeah, you want one?
Fuck yeah!
I'll hand some food to Pan.
Now, if you got some of that Golden Corral honey butter to go on these bad boys,
Left pocket.
It's cute in D&D when somebody always has pocket jerky or pocket rolls.
Not so cute in real life.
But I'm getting flashbacks to the barracks dwarves who always had food on them, and when you check their room, there's like 15 cases of Krispy Kreme donuts and pizza boxes covering entire walls and making my hair twinge.
I'm gonna look at Pan and say, "Hey, can you watch Ori for a second?"
absolutely. Who?
My pet bird.
Oh,
So you said you opened up
Ori.
the cage, right?
Yeah.
So Ori is currently sitting on the open door, doing what sounds like a bird song of sorts.
I'll tell Pan, don't worry about anything. Like if other birds come around, don't worry about it. It'll be okay. Just make sure he doesn't get hurt.
Pan nods and pulls out his gun.
And then I'm gonna scamper off to across the street, which is I think here.
Hold on. So Katie, I'm going to put you on the big map. Or do you have the big map, or would you like me to share it?
I think I do. Village of Barovia.
Yeah, Village of Barovia. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so if you're on that map,
Mm-hmm.
you notice it here.
Okay. We'll run over there. and look in the window.
You see a guy moving around inside, moving stuff, shelf to shelf kind of thing.
I'm gonna tap on the window.
He sees you, gives a
I
wave. He waves, goes back to what he was doing.
Is the door? I'm gonna go see if the door is open.
The door is open.
I'm gonna go inside.
Okay.
I'm gonna say there's not a lot of people in this town. Surprised to see you.
So believe it or not, hold that thought with that because I actually have a map for you. My only question is, at this point, during this interaction of, hey, watch my bird, and Fillion scampers off across the street, I'm not even going to, is anybody even paying attention to Fillion? I asked that specifically to Harper, because Harper, I know you're usually watching Fillion.
I am definitely keeping an eye on Fillion. While Fillion's gone, I also have a question for Pan, but we'll do that when you're ready for it.
Oh, well, let's do that right now. So, Katie, hold your thought not to cut you off, because I will give you a map. I'm just trying to figure out who all needs to be on that map.
Yep.
So while keeping an eye on Fillion, Pan, I would ask you if you're able to identify. Like if you know that spell.
Yes, I have it as a ritual.
Oh, that's great. Would you mind spending 10 minutes and seeing if that longsword I picked up in that house is anything?
Can you watch this bird for me?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the bird while I'm watching Fillion. I mean, it's just sitting there, right? It's not like flying around or nothing.
It's just perched on the door singing.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay.
So, I'm going to pause real quick. Fillion, if there's, and this goes for everybody, if there's anything in particular about your guys' pets that they would be doing or interacting with people around, I kind of leave that up to you guys. These are your pets, so you get to decide how and who they interact with. If that makes sense.
I think he's pretty aloof.
My mouse wears a little wizard suit. Pointy hat and a robe.
That is rather fitting.
Yeah. Ooh, and a little staff. I found like a little piece of glass. I glued it on there like a gem.
That's awesome.
Have you come up with a name for him yet?
You know, you have to make the rat's wizard staff your spellcasting focus now, right? So all your spells come out of that tiny little wand.
Amazing.
That would be awesome.
Have you come up with a name for him yet?
Rado the Magnificent.
Are you holding him in your hand?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
You
so
are?
He bites me?
Yeah, he bites you in the hand.
We'll keep trying, buddy.
He doesn't mind the costume, though?
Not at all.
I don't think he had a choice.
Yeah.
It's like the TikToks of cats and dogs you see that get dressed up for Halloween and look just absolutely miserable.
Make an insight check. Dan. Oh, let me see here. That looks like an 11.
Actually, better than I had any reason to expect.
Your mouse/rat friend does not appear to be miserable at all. In fact, it appears that he is enjoying the costume.
I stand corrected.
Above table. Thank you for the idea, Jacob. Okay, so Pan is watching Ori, right?
No, Harper's
no.
watching Ori. Pan is ritual casting Identify on the longsword I got.
Oh, okay. Let me double check that real quick.
It takes 10 minutes plus the casting time. So I think
Okay.
10 minutes and 6 seconds in this case.
Fillion, you've already gone across the street and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do you know how to access the map? If your token's on it?
Click on my token in the comment tracker?
Um,
Or you tell me the name of the map and I pull it up?
Well, you
can
don't have this one yet.
You can double click your token on the combat tracker, or if you click your token on your character sheet, there'll be like a little target button between the bottom two pictures. When you hover open, it'll say open token linked map, if any, and you click that.
So you are currently, that is your map.
Oh,
If you,
wait.
do you see it?
No, that's the. I don't see anything.
Okay. Here, I
there it
will
is.
share it.
I got you.
That popped up for everybody, but that's okay. As you go into the store, Fillion, you see a sign next to the door that says Builder Ass Mercantile as you go in.
Cozy in there.
What's that?
It's cozy in there.
This is much more like the building itself is still pretty worn, like you've seen the rest of the buildings. But the interior regards to like the goods on the shelves and stuff like that, that all looks newer and better than what you've seen around, if that makes sense. So, let me ask this before we continue. Harper and Pan, was there any other conversations, or Josie, Krusk, is there any conversations you guys want to have? Because I can do this conversation with Fillion through Whisper while you guys are spending the 10 minutes over there.
Nope.
10 minutes isn't a super long time, but it's enough that some stuff could happen.
I'm just keeping an eye on the building Fillion went into, and if I see anything fishy, I'm going to put Fillion's bird back in the cage and go running.
Krusk, Josie, anything from you guys at all?
I mean, he's the one that wanted to meet us here today, so I don't really have much to say unless he, like, I don't know what the whole point of meeting was, because he's the one that wanted to meet with us, so.
Okay. I'll tell you what, everybody go ahead and make a perception check. Not super far, so. Let's see what we get. Pan, are you wanting to make a perception? Or actually, you know what, Pan, you were focusing on your identify right now.
Yep,
So that
I'm
does
doing
not
a
apply to
ritual,
you.
so.
Josie, you notice across the street, you notice a sign. You can't make out anything other than mercantile on it.
Okay.
And this is the same building that Fillion went into.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to follow Fillion at all, or if you're.
What time is it?
So currently, I would say based on your guys' conversations and everything else, you're probably sitting at about 10:30.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
I'm not trying to do it like in a sleek, like sneaky. I'm just trying to like see
Yeah,
what it is.
it's
Make
so
sure that's
just so you guys are aware, and I can show you all since we're all kind of talking about it now. And Katie, I'm going to get to your interaction here in just a second. If you guys go to the Village of Barovia map, I'll pop that back up for you guys. Currently, you guys are like right there. The shop that you see, or the mercantile that you see that Fillion went into, is right there. So it's like directly across the street, kind of thing. So it's not like, I mean, there's nothing else going on the street, if anybody's wondering. So Jesse, you go over there. We'll get you in just a second. Is anybody else following, or are you guys all hanging out in front of the?
I'm gonna hang out.
Okay. Crust.
Muted, bud.
Oh, I thought that was him yawning.
I forgot I walked away. Yeah, no, I'll wait. It's
Okay.
Philly had left, so you know what? No, I would follow.
Okay.
I changed my mind. I'll follow because Philly went.
Okie dokie. I will put you and Josie on the map here in just a second. Let me make sure I am giving you the correct person. And then you can have at it with your conversation, Katie.
I'd really just be making small talk inside. Not a lot going on, and good to see somebody.
2 seconds. Yeah. He is not angry. Why is he angry? Okay. So as you go in, the sparse light through the building spills out from behind heavy curtains. A sign over the door, creaking on its hinges, reads Builderath Mercantile. That's what you see when you come in. So what small talk are you making with him?
I'll just say hi. And like I said, there's not a lot going on in this town, so it's good to see somebody. And I'd just be looking around, walking around, looking at stuff.
Make sure doing this right. So he welcomes you in. He explains to you that he has various goods to try and help out those that happen to pass through, because you are right, there's not very many people here, kind of thing. And he kind of asks you, what brings you to Barovia. So as you're having this conversation, as he kind of shows you the wares, he has for sale anything that's in the player's handbook that has a price that is lower than 25 gold. In case you're looking for anything. But so yeah, have at
basically starting equipment.
Pretty much. I haven't actually looked it up, so.
Does it say anywhere in the player's handbook or a specific list?
It just says sells items from the adventuring gear. Thank you for asking. So it's from the adventuring gear.
I will put a picture of that in the group chat for everybody because I've got it.
Cool. I was gonna say I can go get my book, but
it's there's a lot of it. So he has things.
There you go. I just sent the picture. So
okay. Perfect. Let me double check that just so I'm tracking on. Yes.
You
So
you said anything lower than 25 gold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
it's
yes.
basically just starting equipment. No
Yeah,
potions,
pretty
no
much.
poisons, no acids, no holy water.
No magnifying glass. No spell book, spyglass.
But he
Basically, if
does
you see something on there that you want, just ask me. I'll look it up, double check it. We'll figure it out together.
he does have portable rams, grappling hooks,
Yeah.
rope, chain.
For a second there, I really did think you were gonna say, "Just ask me if there's something you want. They don't have it."
No, that's
Yeah,
on
no,
Friday.
they definitely don't have that. I say that, and then I could have pulled up the adventuring gear super easily. So yeah, so Filian, he has asked you what brings you to Barovia.
Just kind of shrug, go, fame and fortune. I came with my friends.
Oh, there's not too many people who come through Barovia that are looking for fame and fortune. This land isn't quite known for, well, being super accepting of adventurers.
I can see why. Not very friendly here.
But yeah, so again, he explains all of the wares that he has. Um, yeah. Yeah.
No,
Uh,
I'm just in there like poking around, not
no, I
being
got it.
very
He just,
conversational.
yeah, he's just kind of watching you doing his thing, shuffling around. Um, Pan, see your time.
Yes.
7:30 my time, 7:37 my time. So we got about half hour left or so. Pan, by this point, your 10 minutes would have um elapsed. Um, Harper, you said it was your longsword, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, the one we picked up in the house.
It's under my backpack in my inventory.
It is just a longsword,
Okay.
maybe with some light ornate engravings. Kind of hard to tell. It's a little worn. You see some rust kind of building up on it.
Well, I appreciate it anyways, bud. If you ever need anything, just ask.
You're welcome. Sorry it wasn't magical.
Yeah, it's all right. I didn't really expect it to be, but you can never be too sure. Um, I'm gonna. What's your bird's name? Ari.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of like gently put Ari back in the cage and close the gate and take Ari and walk across the street to the shop. Well, I don't know it's a shop, but I'm gonna follow Philian.
Sorry, I just realized I was muted for a second. Um, Josie and I think Crust, you were following Josie, right?
Yeah.
So shortly after, like not super long after Filian was in there, Filian would have had time to kind of like browse around a little bit, have a very short conversation with them. That's when you guys eventually reach this, and same thing. You guys see the sign outside says Builder Apps Mercantile. Um, and you see the guy behind the counter, which I will put you guys on the map so you guys can kind of move around and such. Fillion, you can feel free to move your token if you're doing anything in particular. Just let
Sure,
me know.
let's go look at this stuff.
It would be some various adventuring supplies over there.
Cool. I'd just be making my way around the room like a kid in a store might do.
So that's exactly what you guys see as you come in, and the guy behind the counter, Bilderath, introduces himself as Bilderath and welcomes you and Josie both into the mercantile. Um, he explains that he's here to help out adventurers. Basically the same stuff that he told to Fillion. And then he tells you that he sells various adventuring gear wear.
You
Or adventuring gear.
you purchase it? Oh, I'm not there yet. Sorry.
Not quite yet. And I'm sorry, Pan, are you following Harper when Harper comes?
He still got the bird, right?
Yeah, I took the bird with me.
Then yes, I'm more
Okay.
following the bird than Harper, but I am very close on him.
Okay. So Krusk and Josie, this is your guys' chance to have a conversation with the person behind the counter. As Fillion's kind of walking around before Harper and Pan get there.
So, do you happen to know any Madame Eva?
He kind of looks at you confused for a second, and he goes, "You know, I don't know, Madame Eva. But I hear the Vistani when they come in and they trade with me. I hear them mention her name every once in a while, but I've never met her.
Do you know where she is or where she's from or where we can possibly find her?
He has no idea.
When was the last time that somebody mentioned her or you heard speaking about her?
It's hard to say. The Vistanti they pass through here sometimes frequently, sometimes infrequently. Lately, it's been pretty steady. They come through, they trade, they leave. They come back, they trade again, they leave.
Okay.
Gypsies, tramps, and
So,
thieves.
uh, above table Pam to kind of help you out with that. You get the impression that it's not really one of those things that he like really listens for. So he
Right.
doesn't really recall when he last heard it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, thank you for that.
You're welcome. Please let me know if there's anything else that you need.
Will do. Thank you. Likewise.
And as that happens, Rusk, are you doing anything at all?
No, I'm just kind of just hanging out.
Harper and Pawn arrive on scene.
And action.
So he would. I'm not gonna go over the reintroductions for a third time. He gives the same introductions. Explains that he sells the adventuring gear or has adventuring gear available. Um, and yeah, basically tells you all the same stuff. He does ask you two if you are with any of the others.
Whether or not they're with me.
Yes.
I don't know. I heard it in a Brad Pitt movie once. I thought it'd sound cool.
We're all together in all sorts of weather.
I'm gonna yell from my corner, those are my friends that I told you about.
That's my peeps, yo yo.
He's going to respond with, "Oh, the little one is quite lively, huh?"
Oh, more than you know, my friend. Hey, you said you sell a bunch of adventuring gear. Do you trade with adventuring gear or buy gear from adventurers?
Let me see here. Hold on. He would inform you that he will be more than happy to buy things from you. But he doesn't necessarily trade. You're welcome to purchase, but he doesn't really do trade. The Vistani are the only ones that he does trades with.
Well, I'm just talking like if I were going to purchase something, we can do the buy and the sell in one transaction and call it a trade. But hey, if you only buy and sell, that's fine. We'll buy and
Well, I
sell just
mean,
simultaneously.
if you're explaining it that way, then yes. More so, what he's getting at is he doesn't do the bartering.
Perfect. I got a shopping list for you, Brad. You ready?
Sure, shoot it over.
Okay. Grappling hook.
All right, hold on. You're gonna make me write this down. I thought you were actually going to message it to me.
Oh, do you
So
want me
give me
to?
2 seconds.
I can.
He
If you
thought you were
can, that
gonna
would
do the
be
work,
easier.
dude. Now you're telling him to get on top.
I thought I was going to go an entire night without having to pull out the notebook, but no, somebody had to have a shopping list.
There was one other thing. What was it?
And fuck you, Jeremy. I am on top.
That's why you're doing all the work.
Okay, these for sure, and I think I had one more that I forgot. And then I want to sell that longsword simultaneously.
All right. So, longsword. Of course, the longsword wouldn't be on there. No, because that would be too easy.
No, that's not adventurer's gear. That's a weapon. So it's on a different table. If you open up the
Yeah.
information for the longsword, it tells you what it costs, though, and you can make
That
a
is
judgment
true.
call from there.
I did see that. So he would offer you 8 gold for the longsword.
I'm not going to say yay or nay until I know what he's going to charge me for the other items.
Okay, so give me 2 seconds and I will run those numbers. So you want a grappling hook. Uh, 50 feet of hempen rope.
That was the 5th item, then.
Okay. A hooded lantern. I thought somebody had a lantern. Did they not?
I have a bullseye lantern,
Yeah, that was the issue. Was it was a bullseye, not a hooded.
not a regular one.
All right. I don't see. Ah, there we go. 5 flasks of oil. If anybody else has a shopping list, please send it in a message so I can look it up.
If Killian needs it, I'll sell the bullseye lantern if he needs some extra for his stuff, because I think he's the only one that needs the light.
I'm sorry, you were willing to sell your lantern to get him another lantern?
Yeah, like the regular lantern.
When Pan offers, be
hooded?
like, no, hold on to that, because I have an idea, but both lanterns.
Okay.
All right. Almost done. Until somebody sends me another. Okay. All right, Fillion, I'll get to you in just a second. I pull 10 foot. All right. So. All right. So his offer for those items that you have is 80 gold, 50 copper, and 50 silver for the lot.
Oh, 80 gold?
Yes. Yes.
Are you sure about that? Because every item's supposed to be
I
less.
am 100% sure about that. If you want, he would look at you, and based on your reaction, he's going to say, if you want it badly enough, you'll pay for it.
Okay, can you just, break it down item by item for me?
Sure. Let me see here. Your first item, your grappling hook. So, Fillion, this applies to you if you hear me. Your grappling hook is 20 gold. Your 50 feet of hempen rope is 10 gold. Your hooded lantern is 50 gold. Your 5 flasks of oil were 1 silver apiece for a total of 5 silver. Put it at 50 silver. And the 10-foot pole was 5 copper, so 50 copper.
So basically just add a 0 onto everything.
Pretty much.
I
How
no
much did you
longer
get
want
for
to
the
grappling. 8 gold.
8 gold.
Yeah.
You know what, dude? I will take that thing.
For what?
If the dude's only gonna buy it for 8 gold.
Okay. How much was the pole? 50 copper, you said?
So yes. So I'll make it simple for you guys since we've already had the conversation. The initial sticker shock is over with now. Basically, he sells everything on that list, the adventurers list, that's under 25 gold, but he sells it for 10 times the price.
Okay. So I will take the 10-foot pole for 5 silver, because that's the conversion rate.
Okay, so that's 50 silver for that.
No, it would have been 50 copper, which
Oh,
converts
50
to
copper.
5 silver.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay.
I did the
So-
conversion for what coin
Gotcha.
I have. Okay, so I got that in my inventory. And then
Okay.
the oil is 10 silver apiece. I will take 2 of those flasks.
Okay, so that's 20 silver. Are you marking this off as you go, or are you just looking at total?
No, I'm marking it off as I go. Then I'm gonna look back at Pan and go, "You're a blacksmith, right?"
Yes, I am now.
Beautiful. I'll grab my longsword off the counter and go, "And that concludes our business, fine sir. Thank you."
He says, "Thank you very much." Takes your money and puts it in his pocket.
And then I'm gonna go have a conversation with Pan, which I'll do off camera, because
Okay.
we got like.
Well, we got roughly about 20 minutes. Because we're playing until 15 after, right? Or are we playing
Yeah.
until the top of the hour?
Whichever.
Or whatever's a good stopping point for you.
I mean, really, if you guys kind of want to wrap it up with just finishing up this shopping and whatever little interactions you guys want to do, totally fine with that. I just want to make sure that everybody is getting what they want and or need at the moment.
Okay, well, I'll have my conversation with Pan on camera then.
Just real quick, let me ask for anybody else at the table. Does anybody else want anything from the mercantile?
I'm still looking through the thing, but I can talk to Jacob while I do that.
Okay.
So basically, I'd talk through a design. Oh, sorry. Was there anybody else?
No.
You're all right.
If there is, you guys can send me a list off camera. That's not that big of a deal, and we can take care of it that way.
So I'd have a conversation with you, Pan, about fucking price tag shock for a brief moment, and go, it's just a regular longsword. What I'm thinking is, you turn portions of it into hooks, and then make me a grappling hook. I've already got 50 feet of rope, but the idea for the pole is to cut it down and rig it up to my bag and have a little like ring on the end of it that we can attach the lantern to. That way, when we're moving through a dark place, I've got a mobile light source that I don't have to carry. Just a thought. And you seem to be the handsy guy. But if you could rig up some type of grappling hook that I could shoot from my hand crossbow, that would be fucking awesome.
Does the Emporium guy here, does he, would he have like bar stock or, basic steel?
Whatever is on the adventuring list. So let me look real quick. So stand by. Press. We'll say 10 copper equivalent to a pack, like a pack of cigarettes.
Thank you.
No, just let me know how much you want. You're looking at what, bar stock steel?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that he probably doesn't. I'm not seeing anything. Okay. 20 copper.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, he doesn't have any of that. Trying to see where that would even be. Yeah, he definitely does not have any of that. That's going to be more from like somewhere that sells like trade goods. He sells mostly adventuring gear.
Is there anywhere in the city that would sell bar stock that you know of?
Let me double check.
Mr. Camille? Kane Ramir? Bill.
Oh. I was like, what are you... I was like, what
you
name
Bill.
are you trying to say? No. No, not in this city. No, there is not. Or at least not in this village. You may be able to scrounge some, maybe as you're going around, he says. Or you might be able to trade with the Vistani, but he doesn't he doesn't know of anywhere in the town to get that.
Isn't there I could have sworn I saw when we were coming through town an old smithy. Is that still operational?
I will have to get back to you on that one because I don't remember describing a smithy. So I will have to get back to you on that one.
I'm pretty sure you did, or maybe I was wanting to ask about one. It could have been one of those two things.
I'm thinking you were probably wanting to ask about it because, yeah, nothing in any of my descriptions have anything about a smithy.
Huh. Okay, is there a smithy in town?
There is not. There's not even a farrier.
General Crafter?
No.
There's some place to pick up javelins.
There's. I'd have to look and see what they. I think they fall under armor, right, or weapons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, there's not. Again, you might be able to trade with the Vistani when you see them. They have all kinds of
Okay.
random ass shit.
You've mentioned that a couple times now. How
Okay.
would one go about trading with them?
I don't know. They come here. They bring stuff. They tell me, "Hey, we want to sell this." I say, "Okay." I give you this much. They say, "Okay." And then they ask for something, and I say, "Hey, it's this much," and they're like, "Okay."
Are
We give each
they
other the money,
are
and we
they
work ways.
expected anytime soon?
No, they kind of come and go as they please.
Okay.
So it's hard to say.
This
Sometimes I see them multiple times a day. Sometimes I don't see them for weeks on end.
Have you seen them in the last day or so?
No, it's been a couple days since last seen them.
what do they look like?
Where are you guys staying?
Across the street at the inn.
So they know the Vistani over there. The
Okay.
three of them.
We'll ask them.
But they're usually quite colorful people though. Not you would
Colorful, you
yeah
say?
yeah they don't match this area.
Okay. We'll ask them across the street. Hey, worst case scenario, Pan, you can melt down that longsword and whatever's left over use for your own devices. I don't think it'll take too much to use make a grappling hook.
Are you giving that longsword to Pan?
I mean, for intents and purposes, yeah, but I'll leave it in my inventory until he gets a chance to work on it.
Pan, make a perception check in regards to the sword.
Perception?
Yeah.
Perception.
I like perception personally, but
Yeah, because you get like a plus 16,000 to it on Friday.
with a 12, when you first saw this sword, it was none, not necessarily immaculate, but you didn't see anything wrong with it. Whereas now you see rust, age to the metal, that kind of thing.
Um,
I'll let you ask whatever question you're going to ask, and then I'm going to ask. Do you guys want to go for 10 more minutes, or do you want to call it there? Totally up to you guys.
Harper, I think you and me are gonna have to sit down and gonna have to have a talk about weapon care.
I just picked this up. I wasn't the one caring for it. You saw me pick it up.
And it was nice when I saw it. Now,
Maybe you should have looked closer when you saw it, because all it's done is be attached to my bag. I mean,
Are you sure? Because it looks like you went chopping wood with this.
look at my warhammer. Look at my crossbow. They're both immaculate. I obviously do my weapon care just fine. This isn't my weapon. This is salvage.
Well, it's definitely still good enough to cut up into bar metal. So.
All right. That's what I like to hear.
And with that, we're going to stop right there for the evening. If anybody has any other shopping lists, Krusk, I know you sent me that stuff for your stuff. I'm sure you already took care of that. Josie, fill you in. If you guys have anything that you want or whatnot, just let me know. We can work that out off camera. Thank you for everybody for coming. Sorry we started a little bit late. It is a little bit flexible on the Wednesdays for this. And yeah, that's all I got.
Bye.
Bye.